Welcome back to AI Pulse Trends, the channel where we unpack the wildest, most mind-blowing shifts in artificial intelligence and what they mean for our world. I'm your guide through the tech frontier, and today, we're tackling a question that's sparking debates from Silicon Valley boardrooms to your local coffee shop. Will AI-driven automation and robots take over most jobs by 2030? Think about it. It's April 7th, 2025, and machines are already everywhere. Robots stock shelves, AI writes emails, and self-driving cars are inching closer to ruling the roads. But by 2030, just 5 years from now, will they dominate the workforce entirely? Are we headed for a future where humans sip cocktails while robots run the show, or one where millions are left scrambling for work in a machine-driven world? This isn't just a sci-fi plot, it's a real possibility unfolding right now. The stakes are massive. Jobs, economies, even how we define work could change forever. So, in this video, we're going all in. We'll explore where AI automation stands today, which jobs are on the chopping block, what humans bring to the table that robots can't touch, the economic earthquakes this could trigger, and what the experts see coming by 2030. This is a deep dive, over an hour of insights. So grab a snack, settle in, and let's journey into the future together. Here we go. The state of AI automation today. Let's start with a reality check. AI and automation aren't coming soon. They're here, and they're flexing some serious muscle. As of 2025, the global AI market is worth over $500 billion according to Statista, and it's growing like wildfire. The World Economic Forum's latest report says automation could displace 85 million jobs by the end of this year, but wait for it, it's also creating 97 million new ones. So, what's actually happening out there? Take manufacturing. In places like Japan and Germany, robots handle up to 80% of repetitive tasks. Think welding car frames or assembling electronics. Companies like Fanuc and ABB have built machines that don't just follow scripts, they learn from data, adapting to new tasks with eerie precision. In logistics, Amazon's Kiva robots, those little orange guys zipping around warehouses, move millions of packages daily, cutting human labor time by half. But it's not just blue-collar work. AI's creeping into offices too. Tools like UiPath and Automation Anywhere are automating data entry, payroll, even basic HR tasks. In healthcare, AI systems like Google's DeepMind can spot eye diseases in scans faster than human doctors, while IBM Watson crunches medical data to suggest treatments. And don't get me started on creative industries. AI platforms like DALL-E generate art, Runway ML edits videos, and tools like Jasper churn out marketing copy. Here's a wild example. In 2024, a news outlet in Sweden used an AI to write weather reports. It wasn't Shakespeare, but it got the job done, fast and cheap. So what's driving this? It's a perfect storm of machine learning where AIs train on massive data sets, robotics, where hardware gets smarter and nimbler, and connectivity, with 5G and IoT linking it all together. By 2030, this could be on steroids, but first, let's see who's most at risk. Jobs on the chopping block. Now let's talk about the jobs staring down the barrel of the automation gun. The rule of thumb, if your work is repetitive, predictable, or data-heavy, it's in the crosshairs. A landmark 2023 McKinsey study projected that by 2030, up to 30% of current work hours, hundreds of millions of jobs, could be automated, especially in advanced economies like the US, China, and the EU. Start with transportation. There are 3.5 million truck drivers in the US alone, hauling goods coast to coast. But companies like Tesla, Waymo, and Aurora are testing self-driving trucks that don't need brakes, don't unionize, and don't sue for harassment. In 2024, a Waymo truck hauled freight 200 miles without a human on board. Flawless execution. By 2030, analysts at Goldman Sachs say 90% of long-haul trucking could be autonomous. Retail's another hot spot. Cashiers, 1.5 million in the US, are fading fast. Self-checkout kiosks at Walmart and Target, plus the e-commerce boom led by Amazon, slashed those jobs by 15% since 2020. Warehouses, UPS and FedEx are rolling out robotic sorters that process packages twice as fast as humans. White-collar workers don't get comfy. Basic accounting, think ledger balancing or tax prep, is being gobbled up by software like QuickBooks AI and TurboTax. Legal assistance? AI tools like Ross Intelligence can scan thousands of case files in minutes, a task that used to take paralegals days. Even journalism's feeling it. Associated Press uses AI to write earnings reports, pumping out hundreds daily. Here's a stat to chew on. The Oxford Economics Institute says 20 million manufacturing jobs could vanish globally by 2030, replaced by robots that cost less than a year's minimum wage. But it's not all bleak. Automation targets the mundane, not the masterful. Let's explore what humans can still dominate. The human edge, what robots can't do, yet. So, what's our ace in the hole against the robot uprising? It's the stuff machines can't fake, or at least not yet. First up, emotional intelligence. Humans connect, empathize, and read the room in ways AI can only dream of. Picture an AI nurse saying, "Beep boop, your scan is normal, please stop crying." It's not the same as a human hand on your shoulder. Jobs leaning on that human spark, teaching, counseling, social work, are tough nuts for automation to crack. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts demand for mental health professionals will jump 20% by 2030, far outpacing AI's ability to mimic compassion. Same goes for leadership. CEOs, negotiators, and crisis managers thrive on intuition and nuance, not just algorithms. Creativity's another fortress. Sure, AI can remix Beethoven or paint like Picasso, but it's riffing on patterns, not inventing from scratch. Filmmakers, novelists, and game designers dream up worlds machines can't conceive. Take Dune. No AI could have birthed that saga without Frank Herbert's wild imagination. The Oxford Martin School backs this up. Jobs needing originality or social savvy could grow 10 to 15% by 2030. Then there's adaptability. Humans shine in chaos. Think first responders during a disaster or scientists solving uncharted problems. Robots need preset rules. We rewrite them on the fly. Example. During the 2020 pandemic, healthcare workers pivoted overnight to telemedicine and triage, while AI diagnostics lagged behind, needing months of retraining. So, the takeaway? Automation might snag the routine, but humans hold the reins on the remarkable. Still, this shift's going to shake up the economy big time. Let's unpack that next. Economic ripple effects. Alright, let's talk money, because automation isn't just about jobs, it's about who gets paid and who gets left behind. The upside? It's a goldmine for efficiency. McKinsey forecasts that by 2030, AI and robotics could add $13 trillion to global GDP. Think cheaper goods, faster services, and profits through the roof for companies like Tesla, Google, and Foxconn. But here's the rub. Workers might not see the windfall. The International Labor Organization warns of a hollowing out. Low and middle-skilled jobs evaporate, leaving a chasm between elite techies and everyone else. Picture this. A factory worker in Ohio loses her gig to a robot that costs $50,000 upfront but nothing in wages. The company saves millions. She's out of luck. Income inequality's already a beast. Oxfam says the top 1% own half the world's wealth in 2025. Automation could turbocharge that. A 2024 study by the IMF found that for every 10% increase in automation adoption, wage gaps widen by 2%. By 2030, we could see a tale of two economies. One for the AI savvy, one for the displaced. Governments are scrambling for fixes. Universal Basic Income, UBI, is the buzzword. Pay everyone a stipend to cushion the blow. Finland's 2017 trial gave 2,000 people $600 monthly. Stress dropped, but jobs didn't surge. Andrew Yang's 2020 U.S. campaign pushed UBI hard, and now cities like Stockton, California are testing it. Could it scale by 2030? Maybe, if taxes on robot-heavy firms fund it. Then there's the jobs flip side. Automation births roles we barely imagined. AI ethicists, drone traffic controllers, virtual reality architects. Problem is, they demand skills, like coding or critical thinking, that 60% of today's workforce lacks, per the World Bank. Reskilling's the buzzword here. Think coding boot camps or trade schools for robot repair. Singapore's doing it right, retraining 20,000 workers yearly since 2022. So the economy's a mixed bag. Massive gains, massive gaps, and a race to adapt. What does that mean for 2030? Let's gaze into the crystal ball. Predictions for 2030. Here's the million-dollar question. Will robots take over most jobs by 2030? Experts say no, not most, but many. The World Economic Forum predicts 50% of workplace tasks could be automated, yet humans will still call the shots where it counts. MIT's Eric Brynjolfsson calls it the Great Decoupling. Machines handle labor, humans handle vision. By 2030, imagine this. You're a robot supervisor, tweaking algorithms for a fleet of delivery drones, or a human experience designer, crafting moments AI can't replicate. The OECD says 14% of jobs are highly automatable, 32% partially so, but the rest, they'll evolve. Truck drivers might become fleet managers, cashiers could shift to customer engagement roles. Tech's moving fast. Boston Dynamics spot robot patrols factories, while OpenAI's latest models draft legal briefs. But limits persist. AI lacks judgment for messy moral calls, like sentencing a criminal or consoling a grieving family. Futurist Amy Webb predicts a hybrid workforce, 60% human-driven, 40% machine-powered by decade's end. The wildcard? Us. If governments fund education, like Germany's $10 billion AI training push, and companies prioritize reskilling, 2030 could be a renaissance, not a reckoning. But if we lag, think mass unemployment, social unrest, and a sci-fi plot gone wrong, it's our move. And that's the full scoop, folks. AI-driven automation won't take over most jobs by 2030, not in some Skynet-style coup, but it'll redraw the map of work as we know it. Some jobs will fade into the Ethernet, others will rise from the code, and the future hinges on how we play our cards. Here at AI Pulse Trends, we're obsessed with tracking these seismic shifts, so stick with us for more. What's your take? Are you betting on humans or handing it to the robots? Drop your thoughts below. I read every comment. Let's keep this future talk alive. Thanks for joining us on AI Pulse Trends. If this epic dive into automation rocked your world, hit like, subscribe, and smack that bell. We've got more coming. Next up, AI in space, colonizing the cosmos. Catch you in the future. Stay curious.